Hey there, and happy Tuesday. I feel like I've done so much of the week already or been so busy that it just seems like it can't just be Tuesday already. So I had a fun class again last night in Medelia. Thank you for those that came out, and just had a good time. And I had some projects that were a little bit more putsy or not really complicated, and then some that were easy. So it was fun to see people either enjoy the ones that took a little bit more time or maybe were like flustered but ended up excited when it was all said and done. So here, what I have for you, I'm going to do 3 projects. So this video is going to be a little bit longer, but I've done all the die cutting and as many of the pieces that I can ahead of time, just so it doesn't slow down. Because if you're like me, it's like sometimes you just only want to watch for so long or only have so much time. So let me get started. I'm going to show you these 2 projects with the sophisticated sled bundle, and then another one that's going to be, I think, my favorite out of the 3 with the sophisticated sled. This is an online exclusive, so I won't be opening up my catalog to show you where that comes from, but let me turn around and get my video so you can see it better. Yeah, sorry for how I look today. Like, I'm slow moving after yesterday, and oops, I say that. Oops, there we go. You don't want to see my ceiling. But hey there, Kirsten. I'm so glad to see your name because I forgot to text you to say, hey, I'm going live. Yeah, so I'm busy trying to clean house today and then plan my projects for this weekend when I go to Okoboji, and also bring things that you guys might need, like adhesives or, pretty papers or things that you are used to seeing me as a vendor bring along. So kind of like have to really think hard, and also like sweating it out. Just vacuuming, right? Hi there, Marie. Good to see you on here. It's been a while. Very good. All right. So you can see here's a little 3D project that I'll show you in depth as we get going. But I'm going to start with the card first. And like I said, the sophisticated sled bundle is an online exclusive only, so I won't be opening up my catalog to show you that. But it's so pretty. Years ago, Stampin' Up! Had a sled and skates. I don't think there was any dies for it, and people loved it. And I didn't want to sell it on any of my retirement sales because I loved it so much too. I made Christmas cards out of it, just really loved it. And so this one's so cute. Lots of little images and some nice sentiments, as well as the sled, the wreath, the skates, and such. Excuse me. And then the dies are really nice because with the dies you can also yeah, don't you love that sticky stuff that they put in there? So the die can like if you stamp out the sled, the die can cut out the sled, and then like same with the wreath, the skates, the bird, and the little swag there. But the dies that I have taken out are the ones that cut out the skates, the laces, the swag, the sled parts, and so that's part of that too. So you'll see those in action here as well. So I just wanted to show kind of that to you so you can see that there's 2 types of sleds. And I like it when Stampin' Up! Does that. They give us the die cuts to cut out things and then also to make our own creation that way too. Oops, let me just move. I've got dimensionals everywhere from last night's class. You know how that goes. Okay, so for today's first project, I'm going to do, like I said, 3 in 1, but try to keep it moving so I keep your attention span. Hi there, Joyce. I'm starting with a card base. Oops, there's a little thing on there. That is Old Olive. Let me just get out my bone folder here and give that a good crease. And from that Sweet Autumn Designer Series paper, or Sweet Days of Autumn, excuse me, it came with some like Cajun craze and little trees. This is also that paper pack that had the cute critters like the bear and the squirrel and all those things. But it's got like a nice Old Olive pattern on there too that I loved, not only for autumn, but this will be perfect for Christmas. And you're like, what ate a hole out of my piece of cherry cobbler? Well, this is what did. So here is the first of the dies that I want to show you. This is the sled. So out of this cuts the little runner that gives you the direction when you are on your sled. for those that did old-fashioned sledding. And then, and this is cut out of this cherry cobbler. Whoops. And then the big part of the sled here. And that part looks like it's a little wobbly. Let me get another one. I've got several cut out here. Okay, so we've got those two pieces, and what I did is cut that out of here to have for later, because this one is going to get cut up and nobody, are covered up, and nobody's going to see that. So let me get out my adhesive. I think this is going to maybe run out at some point during today's video. We'll see. And so that covers up that. So that's my paper saving technique, as well as it's nice because then you don't have as much bulk on your in your mailing and such too. Let me grab some ribbon. Here we go. I thought I had it out, but I had it already packed away for the weekend. Okay, so this is that cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. This stuff is gorgeous, you guys. And I know some of you were on my waiting list, like, hey, let me know when that's back in stock. And I got all that caught up as soon as they came back in. So I was happy to see you guys get it. So especially for the holidays, it's just such pretty ribbon, just really elegant looking. So I'm just gonna take and tie a bow, and then just trim that at little angles there. So here, let me show you this cherry cobbler and gold. Just pretty, pretty, pretty. And like anything, you'll be able to see it better probably in person to give you a better view of that. So now this can go down on my card. And so I always try and put the ribbon so that the adhesive can go behind there. I want to make sure I get that up to the corner, because sometimes after putting ribbon on, it's the corners that want to kind of pop up. So this is going to be our official card front. So I've got that, and now I'm going to set this aside while we work on the sled. Hi, Lori. Thanks so much. Okay, so for this part of it, I'm going to now build on this focal point. I've got old olive, and I cut that 2.75 by 4, so 2.75 by 4 inches. And then this, usually I do that 1/4 inch, but I did kind of an 1/8 inch less around that. And then I embossed it with that big birch embossing folder. So it's that big one, birch wood 3D embossing folder, so huge. And so what I did is I was able to get like 3 of these on, which when I'm cutting for classes, that's like a big thrill for me. So I'm just gonna tip that over and put some adhesive on that birch piece there. So I've got that. And so that's what the sled's going to go on. And then let me get the pieces of the sled. So with my take your pick tool, I've got that big sled piece that I talked about. I'm just gonna get rid of those kind of slots in between there, the little holes that are plugged. I'm just going to leave those because that's not a big deal. Most of them will get covered up. And then for the sled die, that comes like this to build that. For this card, I chose pecan pie to be the base because there again, I thought a lot of it's going to get covered up. So I'm just going to go with the pecan pie base. And so, like I said, this is where the putziness comes into play. And if you know me at all, I'm not really into putsy. You would think I would be if I love to craft, right? But this one is one of those projects, and those that come to my classes hear this all the time. If it's going to be putsy, it better be worth it, right? And I think this is like, because it turns out gorgeous, yes, it's worth it. So now I'm just going to put my sled on there. And then here's that little runner piece that's going to go up here across that top, so you can just kind of center that on there like so. So as I do that, that's good to go. Now let's work on the skates. So those that came to class will recognize this. I cut all these little pieces ahead of time. The die, I'll show you that. It cuts out the skates and the laces at the same time. So that was a win for me. So we've got, or not at the same time, 2 skates, I should say, and 2 laces at the same time. So the laces are in one die and the skates in the other, so I can get a pair at a time. But yeah, now this is just like, to me, I loved to play with Barbies, and I love that Kirsten's watching because her and I played Barbies forever together. I don't know if I should mention that about her, because for me, we probably played Barbies at an age that was probably too old to play Barbies, but we loved playing Barbies. And so it kind of reminds me of like their shoes and all the fun accessories. So I put a little bit of adhesive on the back side so that when I slide these laces in here, then it sticks to that right there. So now those laces are going to be held in place. Okay, so you've got that, and I'm going to do the second one right away. And full confession here, after doing so much die cutting for my 4 classes, I was just kind of getting burnt out and short on time, to be in full honesty. And so I didn't do anything to the blades. Like I could have cut out gold or silver probably for the blades and added those on too, because that is a die that comes in the set, but I didn't. All right, so next I want to take some of this baker's twine here, and I'm just going to go around my sled, and I probably won't catch all the questions today or comments, but feel free to comment away. I'm just going to wrap that around the top just because I want to stay with the focus so I can get all 3 projects done for you guys. All right, so now the skates are going to kind of overlap, because when you see skates hanging on a sled, they always have that cute little look like that, right? And so let me take my dimensionals and just put a couple dimensionals there on the skates to kind of hold them together. And I'm hoping that dimensional isn't going to show through. Nope, good. Okay, so now I just hold the white string down like so, and now we've got the hanging skate. So that part's done, right? And now we need it to look a little bit more full. So ahead of time, I took the swag die and cut out Old Olive here and Mossy Meadow. Those are the 2 colors I chose, and I liked doing 2 colors because I feel like it made it look fuller to have 2 different colors versus just even 2 swags the same color. So with a glue dot pressed into the middle, I just push that on, and that's my only adhesive, and then I just kind of put it one a little bit different than the other, just so you can kind of see all of it through there. So now that part's ready to go. So yes, a little bit putsy, but like I said, people, as they could see the project coming together, were like, oh, it's kind of fun, you know, now it's all of a sudden fun, right? Okay, and then I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals there, but also, let's see. Oh, here they are. I want some mini dimensionals, because with the mini dimensionals, that's going to get in those places that maybe might be showing if I put on the regular size, because it's going to show through there. So I want to get some dimensionals across the bottom here. I think I'll just put one at the top there, or maybe I'll just put another one here at the top as well. Okay, so I've got this going on here like so. How fun is that, right, you guys? All right. Hi there, Lois. And then for my sentiment, I wanted to just do something little, because there's a lot going on. And in the stamp set, they have that little good tidings, and here it is. So with my, tonight I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, because that's what I used for last night's project. And that'll look good either way with either project. So I'm just going to stamp out the good tidings here in Mossy Meadow. Originally I did the Old Olive. So I've got that. And then I'm just going to take another mini dimensional and pop up behind the good, and then put adhesive behind the tidings so that it's going to kind of go off to the side a little bit. So I've got that, okay, like so. Okay, and then some people got to put on a bow. If you were doing the card, you got to put on a bow. And I think I'm going to skip that, because I just want to show you what this would look like if it was going on the card. So then it would go on the card like so. But we need some embellishments. So I got out the, oh, here it is, the Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels, and love these. So I'm actually going to use up from 2 packets, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so this big one here is going to go down here, and I actually think I'm going to do 4 because, whoops, that's going to, this is my why, it's going to use up a whole sheet. Do any of you guys do like a happy dance when you've used up incomplete a whole set of your embellishments and you can go, yay? I do. I know some I'm sad because they're, you know, really pretty and fun. Okay, so this is where you'd put your adhesive on here to put that on there. Thank you, Joyce. Yeah, like I said, very putsy, but as you can see, once you get the pieces cut out, this goes together really, really quick. But what I'm going to show you now is this fun little box. So Stampin' Up! Has these little treat boxes that are available to sell. They're called treat book boxes or book treat boxes. They are in our mini catalog with that reindeer suite. And then what I did is I ordered some Velcro dots on Amazon. So these don't come with it. So when you get your treat boxes, everything has, you get 2 pieces. So you get this piece, and then you also get this piece, which I started to put together. And I went, wait, I want to do a live video, and realized I hadn't. So I started that part and then left it. So you have your super sticky adhesive strips here and one here. So if you did want to make your box close permanently, then you would do that. But I thought, you know what, if we put the Velcro strip here, and then I just put the mate right on it right away and then stick it so I know exactly where it's gonna stick. So for my treat boxes, instead of having the focal point be here, that's going to cover up your sled, right? Like, who wants that? And I didn't want it to slide underneath because these are pretty thin. So I put together my treat boxes upside down like so that the sled gets the full front and center look. So I'm going to put that on here so you can see that. I'm going to put a generous amount of my adhesive on there. And I'm going to lay this flat. But before I put that on, so you can see that it lays flat, all you have to do is measure from here to here and here to here and put designer series paper if you want to do a simpler treat box, like say even for upcoming Valentine's or whatever. It'd be fun just to put cute paper and then make treat boxes that way. And then all you have to do is take your scissor and round the edges. You could leave this flap not covered with designer series paper. So yeah, I just think that's such a fun thing to do. So this I cut on purpose, this height and width, like I said, and I gave those dimensions right away in the beginning. And then now, because this is going around this way and I'm doing it backwards, these strips aren't going to be used because we're doing it backwards. Oh, yep, I ran out of adhesive like I thought. Actually, I should have my other one here. Where's my backup? I don't know. I think I've got that buried. Okay, I'm just going to put in a refill, which is maybe good because then you guys can see how quick and easy. It's like doing a tire change in the pits, you guys, right? So I'm just going to take out my baggie and put that in, and then we're ready to go. Okay, so let me put some more adhesive there. And then this box can fit right on there. Like so, and this is like sturdy, sturdy, sturdy. This is not cardstock. This is thicker, and it's got that shiny, like food safe protection on there. And then it can just be finished with the Velcro dot. And then, like I said, I put some Hershey nuggets in mine. I can't believe all 6 of them are still in there because I was hungry the other day. Okay. So that's project number 2 with the sophisticated sled. So you can see 1 and 2. And now let me go over to project number 3. So if you've stuck with me this long, good. If you're just joining in, then you're getting to the one that's my favorite. I love this color combination, you guys. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for popping on. So I've got some basic black, pool party, and then I love the elegant look of the very vanilla and the white skates together and all those gold things coming together. So let me quick put this one together just so you can see the difference in the designs. Oh, and I forgot to do the inside. Oops, hopefully the camera beeped. Hopefully that didn't disrupt you. So I've got the basic black folded this way for the card front. And then I grabbed some Pool Party and cut that 3.5 by 5 inches. And this one I ran through my Forever Plaid 3D embossing folders, and you guys have liked this one too. So that's one of those huge ones. So yeah, you can see 3.5 by 5 is just a little bleep on that. So that is from also the same page that these little treat boxes came from that Reindeer Days Sweet Collection. So before I put this on, I'm going to put my ribbon around it. Okay, and this is the metallic edge ribbon in gold. So let me just put this around my card. And I'm also going to show you the people that came to my class tonight got to make this card. And I got to show them my happy accident. And I will show you that as well, how I came up with my unique gold bow. Not this one, but the next one that I'll use. Right, so I'm just going to trim down those pieces there. And now this is ready to go on my card base here. And I love how the Pool Party and the basic black pop like so. Okay, so I've got this, and then I'm just going to center that. Excuse me. All right, now for the sled this time on this one, I cut the sled base out of gold foil, so that's really fun. And then for the sled base and the little steer thing, I have that done in and cut out in Very Vanilla. So love how that turned out. It just looks so classy. I was laying in bed like the night before. I came up with this and I'm like, oh, I wonder if these color combinations will come together like I thought they might. And I was so happy that they did. So just going to do that same thing. And so maybe for those of you that go, how did she do that first one? This might be a good repeat because assembling it is going to be the same, but just using different color combinations. So this is Very Vanilla Sled on top of the gold foil. And there is a little bit like sometimes, yep, and there it goes. Sometimes I like to get a little dry time with my liquid glue just to make it, if it gets like a minute to dry, it gets stickier, and especially on the gold foil. But this isn't too bad, and it'll give me some time now to work with my skates. So there again, I'm going to get out a couple of the skates and a couple of the laces. I'm just going to poke out those extra little holes there and get some adhesive going behind that. Kind of scared to move that in case that comes apart. So tip that over, put a little bit of adhesive behind that slot. I'll put those laces in there. Like I said, they're just so fun. Yes, putsy, but it's just so fun to make that just look so realistic, I think is what the best part is. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put those together at that angle again, and let me put a dimensional on there just to secure that togetherness there. And so I've got that. And then again, I'm going to take some of that baker's twine, and this is going to go around the sled, and I feel like it's stuck now. The glue should be pretty well cohesive, or however you want to say. Okay, so now I've got the skates here, and I'm just gonna hang those from that thread there. Isn't that fun? Like normally I wouldn't put Very Vanilla and basic white together, but I really love that combination because of how it's all gonna come together and look kind of elegant there. And now we're gonna add some more of that greenery. So like I said, cut out ahead to save you guys time watching. Just think how long this video would be if I didn't do the cutting ahead of time, right? Okay, so with the glue dot, I'm going to do actually this time I'm going to reverse. I'm going to put my Mossy Meadow, the darker color on the bottom here. So just kind of centering that, and then the Old Olive, just putting a glue dot in the middle of that, and that's going to go on the top of that. Okay, so now you see this bow. It's kind of like a knot in the center with 4 pieces coming out. And this is my happy accident. Where's this gold ribbon? This is truly, and if you're a crafter, you know how this happens. How many times have you thought, I want my orientation of my card maybe to go this way, and then I'm going to put a ribbon around it. And what happened with this one was like, I'm going to use this gold ribbon on a card, and I think my orientation was going the other way, and so I tied it nice and tight, because that's always how you want to do it, right? But then I realized I don't like how that ribbon was going, or how it matched the project, so I took it off. And so how many of you have things that look like this laying in your desk area, or that you set aside because you can't untie this because you have it so tight, you can't untie it to make it work for anything else, so you set it aside and hope to use it later? Well, this was my happy accent for the card, so I just cut here, and then I cut there, and now I'm just going to shorten this one up a little bit here. Oops, I make sure that I kind of keep that angle. So now we've got that knot with all 4 of those little things going out. So I can just take and attach that there with a glue dot. And when I put it on my sled, how fun does that look? It's just like a nice full bow without having to tie anything. Like, that's my mistake turned into something crazy. So yes, Donna got to make that. Yeah, kind of fun. Okay, so now this I can turn over, and we're almost done. And of course I have this nice little long stretch of dimensionals. So I think I'm gonna take that, just go up this side here, and then that kind of curves, so I don't want that. Then I can use up another sheet, so it's kind of another little happy dance of using that up. This can go across the top, and that goes in my garbage. And I have so many sheets that look like this after doing 4 classes in like less than 2 weeks. Okay, so now this is ready to go on here, and I like kind of putting it at an angle. So that's all ready to go. And I just love how the black and the gold and the ivory and all of that pop together. And now for my sentiment, I'm going to, with the ivory, I like the ivory better than the white. I thought about coordinating it with the skates. I'm just going to stamp out the good tidings on very vanilla. I called it ivory, but I meant in contrast to white. So let me just trim that down. And this is just like a 1/2 inch strip. And then I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on that and kind of put it at an angle on some mossy meadow, but cut the mossy meadow straight. So you've got that kind of as a little bit of a tag that says good tidings. And I'm not going to pop that up or anything. That's just going to be straight down, and it's going to look like it's kind of coming out of the bow at the top here. So we've got the good tidings just tucked right in there like so. So lots going on here, but I still want to add some more of these little pearls. So I'm going to put all small ones here from the Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels. I'm going to put 2 up here. So I can see that there's a little bit of stickiness left, that maybe somebody last night took a pearl but didn't get the adhesive behind there. So then I'm always... Okay, hello Renee, good to see you on here. So I've got this project here, and then I'm going to take and show you the one with the candy, then the book boxes there, and they're just $1 a piece. You get 10 boxes for $10. I thought that was very reasonable for how sturdy these boxes are and how easy they are to assemble. And then this is a third project. So you can see the sophisticated sled here all together. And thank you, Joyce. Yeah, I really thought I loved this one just because of the classic green, red, traditional Christmas colors and all the ribbons and different things. I really thought, oh, I love it. People that made it loved it. But then when I came up with this one, I'm like, oh, this is like really fun because of the elegant softness of it, but kind of depends on your mood too when you're crafting, like what type of mood you're in. So yeah, that's my long video of the day, and I have some more that I'm going to be showing you that are kind of same layout but different, using different products, and so I'll probably be bringing that to you tomorrow. And November, I still have my November host code, so if you use that when you're ordering, you'll get a little gift from me as well. So hopefully you guys are in for the night and all warm and cozy. Went out to get my mail and mail some things earlier today, and it's like, yeah, even though I had like a stocking cap on and my hair up in a bun, it's still like freezing, so it's a good night to just snuggle in. And I think I'm gonna get some more projects put together for my weekend away in Okoboji. So if you're thinking, hey, I would like to just do a little bit of shopping or see what papers Belle has, because I take all of my retired designer series paper, and as you know, I do a lot of classes, so I always have those pretty current papers but retired with me, and I've got hundreds of them. So if you want to stop in and shop cardstock or retired sets, bundles, adhesives, anything like that, or if you just are in the area and want to say hi, I will be in Okoboji Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So take care, you guys. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.